Hey everyone, welcome to Soulfish. I am super glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being part of this community. If the messages here resonate, please subscribe. We'd love to hear from you, so make a comment. We learn together here. This is a practice in practicing our spirituality, right? Daily application. Spirituality only works when it makes your immediate moment better. The only way your spirituality can help to make your immediate moment better is if you practice it, if you understand your triggers. How many times have we heard the saying, know thyself, right? So, thank you again for being here. Welcome. Are you feeling out of body? This experience, particularly over the last few weeks. When you think about the energy, when you think about your energy, a lot of people have been describing to me how tired they've been. They want to take some naps or something, right? Not feeling as motivated, particularly physically motivated to do stuff in that way. Hard to get going. There's been a lot of forgetfulness, a lot of nervousness, anxiety. So I'm sharing with you what has been shared with me. And you might be feeling depleted. So not altogether there, right? Not altogether whole. You might be feeling floaty, right? Kind of like you're there and you're just kind of going through the motions, but you're not fully there. So this feeling out of body can manifest itself in lots of ways for everyone based on how they respond to the stimulus, right? So when you're feeling out of body like this, you have to ask yourself why. What's going on? What's creating this? Because you're feeling okay about your basic plans, right? It's more of like surrender than it is about excitement right now. So you're there. There's really not a whole lot of resistance, this feeling out of body. So I want you to think about it in terms of where we are right now in energy and cycles. That if you were to take an airplane and drive it really fast, really high, really fast, and then turn around and dive really fast, right? Turn around. Well, the participants on the inside, those guys are going to have this feeling of weightlessness for that moment, right? And when you're ending a cycle and beginning a new cycle, it's just like that. So that leaves you feeling floaty, feeling out of body on purpose. This is universe doing it to you, with you, and for you. And so, in that state, you don't have any footing. There's nothing for you to hold on to, right? So, the only way you're going to find some security, some peace, is in you. In you and your connection to spirit. In that moment, in the moment you're feeling right now, is the moment for you not to wig out and free fall, but is the moment for you to practice your practice. So, for a lot of folks, it's been a dark time. It's been a dark time, particularly over the last few weeks. Why is it such a dark time? Old issues come up. You're not responding to things necessarily in the way you would like to initially, like as a reaction, like initial reaction. You're wondering, why am I feeling so bad, like immediately, when I should be in a different state of mind? And we live in this dualistic place, and I want you to think about that. You've been doing all of this work on you on the inside. And so there is a spirit-mind-body connection you're well aware of. And the floatiness, the out-of-bodiness, the feeling depleted, the forgetfulness, the nervousness, the anxiousness that people have been experiencing, the tiredness, not wanting to get going. All of those things are in this same bucket. It's a manifestation of a bucket that is the product of one of two areas. When you are psychically challenged, when you are feeling in that low mode, which happens in these states because you're depleted, you're feeling it, physically, mentally, emotionally, well, that's when you're at your weakest, right? So even though it's been good, it's no different than if, this is kind of one of those things, even though you necessarily didn't feel like it in the moment, but imagine being, having a really great workout. And then at the end of it, you're really tired, but you feel it, it was great for you, all of those things, but you're depleted, you just need a moment, right? You're just tired, you're sore, blah, blah, blah. That's what we're doing right now. So imagine if you're in that place. Well, there are two doorways into you to help keep you in a low state. And those doorways are your self-preservation instinct, right? And which is fear-based, and sexual instinct. So those are the two easiest gateways into you, into your beingness. And so what happens is, when you have certain things left in you, so I'm going to call little -1 elements, right? Let's just say. So negative stuff to negative, 0 to -5, 0 being neutral, -5 being uber awful, +5 being uber awesome. So if you have a couple of things in you, if you have a couple of -1s, let's say, right, in you, in your rings around you, in your electromagnetic energy field in your body, okay? And this is what is the universe is responding to. The universe being everything around you that you can see and that you can't see. And so when you're in these depleted moments, when you've had this big workout, right, and you're low, and you haven't processed it. So for some of us, particularly a lot of the people I've been working with, for some of us, it's been a misinterpretation. I've felt more negative about it than realizing the positive benefits of what's actually occurring for me. If you woke up in a strange land and you looked down and you saw your arm all disfigured, right? And you saw a group of people working over you, but they didn't speak your language, and they looked a little different than you, and they dressed different than you, and you saw gadgets and stuff that you hadn't seen before, and your arm is all disfigured, but they're all standing over you, and they're agitated, and they're working on you, or touching you. Would you think that they're the ones who did that to you? Or could those be the people trying to help, the doctors of that, wherever you are, trying to fix you? Do you see what I'm saying? You woke up, and you realize that there's something going on with you. And so your first reaction can be, this kind of from a dark place, let's say, you did it to me, right? Or the first reaction can be, hey, you're trying to fix this, right? Because either way, you don't understand what they're saying. All you're trying to do is, what's your initial reaction? So that's what's going on in you. And so these doorways, these gateways into you allow physical things that attract to you. And it also allows things you can't see, the other world, to affect you. This determines the programming you receive in. So, How does a TV program, a YouTube video, etc. affect you? What are you attracted to? What's being pushed at you based on what you're selecting? And then how is that continuing to keep you in a cycle? And so when you're feeling this way, the solution is you practicing your practice. And it's not so much necessarily maybe for the second what your practice is, but the fact that you're disconnected from the third dimension for a moment and you're taking maybe just 10 minutes to unplug, to try to connect in. First to you. You can't connect anywhere else until you are clear with you. And so, know that this feeling out of body is okay. It's part of this time. It's the natural physics of where we are between the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. And know that you're ready, but that surrender is good. But now is the time to establish your practice. Because you're going to need this practice for this whole next cycle. It's what you've been developing. You need this practice to help you live in accordance with your principles and what's organic and natural to your best beingness. It's how you grow. If you're challenged and you use your practice to overcome that challenge, how much more confident are you going to be when the next challenge comes up? And that is why you're feeling out of body right now. Much love.